in the business with me. How many of you can even begin to fathom? Some of you don't even have your first child yet, but you know, I've been 39 years, but I wasn't even born. But that doesn't matter. It's where you are today and where you're going. And we've got some great places for you to go. And I loved what she was saying about picture yourself on that cruise. Remember, first of all, that it's not about you. What? But it all depends on you. Right? It's not about you, but it depends on you. How many of you, when you were growing up, you learned some of your manners? Like, please pass the salt and pepper. Please pass. Some of that's going away a little bit, but we can bring it back, right? So I want to say to you, please pass the opportunity. You know, there are people out there who are hungry, almost starving for an opportunity like we have in Mary Kay. Would you all agree with that?
Yeah.
The opportunity to make more money, make as much money as they feel like they want to or need to either supplement their current income or to substitute it completely, make it, you know, make it, Mary Kay, your total income. So please pass the opportunity. Who's waiting? I know whenever I was introduced to Mary Kay for weeks, I had been stopping in a church every day on my lunch break and praying, there's got to be more to life than this. Please bring it to me, Lord. And then, of course, I was a person that didn't wear makeup. I didn't like to wear dresses. I was very casual, kind of a tomboy, kind of a natural woman is how I described it. I'm natural. And the opportunity that God dropped in my path, in my lap, was the cosmetics industry. So when I thought, no, I don't think that's what I was praying for. I don't think that was it. But I was willing to at least give it a try. And when I went to my very first meeting, I saw these women who were excited, they were happy, they looked like, you know, they said they were making money. They were encouraging each other, and I thought, well, what do I have to lose? I mean, it doesn't matter if it were ballpoint pens or light bulbs. If it's lipstick, and it helps you look this good and feel this good and be this cheerful, I'll give it a try. The worst thing that could happen was I'd spend that $100, and I had spent $100 on a gym membership that I never used. How many of you have ever done that? I had spent $100 on macrame crafting supplies that were under my bed. I had spent $100 on several different things that I never did anything with. But this has turned into, you know, I haven't tabulated it, but I'm sure I'm close to $1 million in income as a result of Mary Kay. So, all right, so what you want to do is through your dream, that's how you're going to empower the other people that you're bringing onto your team right now, because you're their link to Mary Kay. They'll never know any other Mary Kay except you. And so your excitement, your passion, the vision that you have is going to draw them along with you. And you know, right now we've got that Bring Your Besties program, right? But I think we should always be bringing our besties. So if you're sitting in the room today and you have not yet invited your best friends to become a part of Mary Kay, I challenge you to do that. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting there and I was noticing that one of my friends from high school, and that's a while ago, but she and I went through grade school together, went to high school together, and then after high school, I started touring the world and she stayed home. But I noticed she's been watching me on Facebook and liking my posts and checking and, ooh, you know, she's watching it. And I thought, you know, I've never even offered her a Mary Kay facial or anything. Yes, we live far apart, but I do facials by mail. But I never offered it to her. And I'm going to tell you that the day I sent her the instant message, I was really nervous about it because I was like, there must be something about her in high school that intimidated me or something, you know what I mean? But I never offered it to her then, and when I started to offer it to her now, it made me nervous. But I did it anyway, all right? So think about the thing that makes you nervous. Oh, that must be the thing you're supposed to do. You know, face it and do it and then move on past it. Well, then it took about 2 days after I sent that message, and she sent me a message back. I would like to try that. What? Okay. So now we're in the process of sending her a facial by mail and all that good stuff. But you want to bring your besties with you, and then as you're bringing your team members in, of course, right now, they're offered a special offer to bring in their besties, right? So growing and growing and growing. Where are you going to find these new besties? If you did already, you know, sponsor your besties. How many of you have your best friend is also part of your team? Yay, congratulations. Isn't it fun traveling together and going places and doing things, and you have a common thread of something to be able to talk about? You're going to find them at those parties and at those skincare classes and at those beauty shows, whatever you call it, your beauty experience. Whatever you're calling it, that's where you're going to find your new best friends. And I promise you, when you share the Mary Kay opportunity with someone and you help them to develop into the beautiful person that God created them to be, they are going to become your best friend. Maybe you're I love my MK best friend, but they are going to love you for caring enough about them to share. All right? When you share with other people, one of the things, you know what the mechanics of holding a party are. You know what the mechanics of giving someone a recruiting packet and sending them the link and getting them to sign up. But I want you to think for a minute about the transformational part of sharing and passing the opportunity on. And that is, what is her dream? Remember I said it's not about you. So get into the habit of asking someone, if time and money were no object, what dream would you be living a year from now? Now when I say that to you, what pops into your mind? Think of that. So that can become part of your I story. I started my Mary Kay business so that I could pay for dance lessons for my daughter, or pay for karate lessons for my son, or buy my husband a boat. These were dreams that I had, but before Mary Kay, I couldn't afford to do it. And I went to a training with a director called Mary Ann Wright in Florida. Mary Kay herself had come to St. Petersburg, Florida to celebrate Mary Ann because she had broken a company record. And at that event, I was sitting way in the back, and Mary Ann said, if you say you can't afford something, you're living beneath your privilege in Mary Kay. So you, sitting here today as a moving and grooving red jacket, you have the opportunity to pass on to someone the opportunity to never ever have to say, I can't afford something ever again. Do you think they will love you forever for that? Okay? Yes. What is her dream? Find out what her dream is, and then help her accomplish that, and your dreams are going to come true. You have to be really clear about it. Now, when it comes to the Destination Red, how many of you ever had a dream to go on a cruise? All right, so here's a dream come true opportunity for you right now that Mary Kay will pay for it 100%. I know I have a lot of consultants in my unit that have been saving their Mary Kay money to go on a cruise. Well, now they're like, whoa, all right, if Mary Kay will pay for it, then I can take that money and pay for a different dream, right? All right, so be thinking of what your dream is, and if you talk to people about, I have a dream, you have to have a dream to make a dream come true. What's your dream? Find out what their dream is, and then that way you can speak to them when they're maybe having a postponement or cancellation. You can reflect their dream back to them. Well, just that one party is not going to make a difference in you taking your family to Disney World. Replace it with 3 more. You can do that. So what are the dreams that they want to have happen? And then really celebrate when that happens. Oh my gosh, she took her family to Disney World last year. Okay. And then do massive action. Have you heard the saying or the strategy that it takes 36 parties? If you do 36 parties, then you will be able to meet all of the requirements for Destination Red if you work full circle. So 36 is your magic number. How quickly can you put 36 appointments on your books and get them held? All right? If I were you and you're already in this room, I would make it my business to make April my massive action month. Maybe you've never done 36 appointments in 1 month before. How many of you work at another job? All right, here's the scenario. If your boss at that other job came to you and said, we're doing a special promotion only in the month of April. I know it's going to require extra time and extra organization, but if you will find 36 2-hour time slots and do a little bit of extra work for us this month, we'll give you an all-expense paid cruise for 2 to the Bahamas. How many of you would move mountains? You would tell your family, you would line up the child care. Mom, they're going to give me a cruise. I think I need to, can you watch the kids extra days this month? Mom. Or, talk to your spouse and say, look. Or what if your spouse came home and said, you know what, I have to work, 36 parties is about 72 extra hours in a month. They want me to work an extra 70 hours this month, but they'll give us a cruise. Get out there and go to work then. Go, hey, whatever you've got to do, you go do it. Do you see how we will rearrange our priorities for someone else, but we don't always give ourselves that benefit. So I challenge you to do that. Massive action. Who are you going to talk to? And then you are set up for success, because if you do 36 parties in April, what if you only did half of them? Oh my goodness. What's the average party? Do you know what your party average is? If you do 10, then you divide it by 10, whatever you sold at that's your party average. The average for the company right now is 300, so let's see, if you for every 10 parties you did, you'd have $3,000 minimum. So if you did 36, that's like a $10,000 a month of sales. Oh my gosh, even if you're not on target to be on the court of sales, you could be in the court of sales before June. Oh my goodness. Massive action in April will change the whole trajectory of your Mary Kay business. Now some of you are sitting out there, I can see you. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. I'm not willing. Did you know I could see that? You might be smiling on the outside, but it's happening in here. It's inside your head. If you think that way, it will not happen. Mary Kay herself would say, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can, you're right. So be a can-do thinker. What's the worst thing that could happen? Oh my gosh, the worst thing that can happen is you only end up being a Pearl Star in 1 month. In 1 month. And then you can go on from there. Okay, let's see where we are here. Okie dokie. Dream big, sell lots, work on the basics. Mary Kay herself, when she sent one of her sales administration people out to the field, she said, these are the things I want you to talk to the consultants about. Have a dream, sell basics, which is your skincare sets, sell your sets, and keep the go-give spirit alive. And you're going to be doing that as you go on. How many of you have ever done a party with a purpose? Okay, April's a great month, and you could book 36 parties if you make them with a purpose. April is actually Autism Speaks Month. If you know anyone that has an autistic child or a connection with autism, they would book a party with you if you'll do a party with a purpose for them in order to donate some funds to Autism Speaks. There are so many great causes out there that you could make April your Party with a Purpose month so to get those 36 on your books. Okay? Let's see. I was teaching a class the other day, and I said to people, when you're wanting to book people, you say to them, instead of, would you like a facial? And they go, no. Change that around. You say to them, if there was one thing you could change about your complexion, what would it be? They'll tell you something, and then you have a place to go. So in terms of the team building aspect of Mary Kay, say to people, if there was one thing you could improve about your life right now, what would it be? If there was one thing you could improve about your life right now, what would it be? Maybe make more money. This is the number one thing that most people say. Another one is, I need more time. I would love to have more time with my family. Okay, we can help you figure out a way to do that. I don't have very many friends. I just moved here from Florida, and I don't really have very many friends. Oh, we can help you with that too. Oh, wonderful. Well, my car is on its last leg. Really? We have 3 cars available. Has anyone ever explained that program to you? No. But I bet I'd have to work, right? Don't you have to work to pay for the one you have now? Don't you? I was taking my daughter to her work. She's a NICU nurse at the hospital, and we pulled up to the traffic light, and she said, Mom, I think that lady over there is trying to get your attention. And I was like, okay. She's like waving her hands. So I rolled the window down, and she said, and she was 3 lanes over from me, but there wasn't anybody between us. And she said, did they give you that car? Yes. No money down? No money down. They gave you that car? Yes. And no money down? No money down. You go ahead with your bad self, she said. And then the light changed and off we went, and as she turned the corner, my daughter said, oh, she has a temporary tag on her car. She just had to put money down to buy it. And she saw our car, and so obviously she's probably working with some consultant somewhere who told her a little bit about the pink Cadillacs and that sort of thing. So see, we're inspiring people everywhere we go. Did you realize that? Everywhere you go, you're walking around in your red jacket, and there's a new consultant that's going, I can't wait till I have a red jacket. And you're watching the directors and the nationals, I can't wait till I have a director's suit. Everywhere you go, you're inspiring someone. So, one of my claims to fame is to bring back some of the heritage of Mary Kay, since I was trained by her. And one of the parts of heritage of Mary Kay are songs. Yeah. Would you all like to learn a song?
Yes.
Okay, stand up.